30th. Well, actually, technically, it's December 31st, 2016. A couple of things. I have a 162 quart Bayou Classic stainless steel stock pot that I bought back when I had a good job. Good job. Surveying and engineering. Anyway, so it's that converts to almost exactly 40 gallons of water. You'll notice that's on the stove. That's one of the new thermal masses. I'm sure I'll throw in some charts and graphs at the end of this video, but I had friends asking about it and they were curious about it, so thought I would show that real briefly. And I'll pop the lid off here quick and you'll see all the, you'll see that it's actually boiling, which means we're at maximum BTU storage right now. And the stove is cranking. In the background you hear my little pet cricket singing. Thinking about calling him Crickster. Anyway, the main purpose of this video is to show you a little bit of the thermo siphon action here. Before I do that, I just want to point out real quick, right here, stove temperature is currently 201.43 degrees. Average temperature in the greenhouse is a little over 70. Nice and comfortable in here, nice and humid. Also, you'll hear that this thermo fan is going. This is on a thermostat set at I think 80 degrees. Thermostat is right, sorry for the light, right there, and that's the controller. And that controller accelerates the fan speed based on how much the temperature is over the set temperature, so it scales. Anyway, so when that's on, you know you're pumping out a ton of heat production, and that is pumping heat back through this dryer tube down into the rock mass here, and it runs in underneath the rock mass and then circulates back out here by the bottom of the stove. So we're actually storing more heat in the rock also when that fan kicks in. It's rare when it's cold out we get that high, but I got the stove cranking tonight. It's actually currently I think like 23 degrees out, something like that. We'll take a look quick. It is currently, yeah, 21.88 degrees outside. So 70 in here is pretty darn nice. Alright, my main reason for this video, I wanted to come out here and catch this while the stove was rocking nice and hot, which it is, about burning my knees. Alright, that coil, right, doesn't look like it's doing much right now. Well, let's drop a little sediment down there. Yeah, do you see how the sediment is kind of skirting off real fast? I think it's down in the discharge stream. Let me get another, let me make another try on this. Really hard to see it on the camera. Well, you kind of see it. It's also hard to target it while I'm looking through the camera. Let me make another try here. There you go. Yeah, you can see how fast those particles. Oh, yeah, I can feel it coming out. See, the water coming out of there isn't hot because it's actually this little bit of copper pipe here is enough to dissipate most of the heat before it comes out the end. But as you start to climb up that, it gets hot. Let's see if we can see how fast the water's evaporating off. I've actually burned myself on these pipes a couple times pretty good. See steam coming off. And you can see how quick they're drying. Okay, I've opened the throttle up a little bit more on the stove. You might be able to hear the dull roar in the background. But I want you to notice that there's steam coming off of this tank, especially right where that thermosiphon coil meets the water. So you can see how much heat that's actually dissipating into the water and onto the wet surface of the pipe, where the water meets the air, and it kind of bobs up and down. You'll also notice that there's quite a patch circle around that. It's actually throwing off heat as well. So the water is actually flowing quite rapidly through these pipes, although it might not appear so. What I'm going to do here in a minute, I finally got a brilliant idea. And I'm going to grab some of my finer rock dust, and I'll do a close-up, and I'm going to shut off the overhead lights, I think, and I'll just rely on the headlight to get a nice clean picture, and maybe I'll turn on the night vision to get a better image. But just to give you an idea that these pipes are circulating quite a bit of water actually, and a thermosiphon is actually quite an efficient means of pumping water, at least for this particular application. Okay, you can see the other output coil steaming. You can see that one steaming. We're going to kill the overhead lights, and we're going to grab some rock dust, and we're going to have a look at this coil here. There you go. You can see how fast those particles are being pushed out of the way. Pretty incredible, huh? Let's do another one just to make sure we got it. You can see it just spurting the rock dust particles right out. Boom. See how much flow there is there? It's cruising. Really quite impressive. We'll do another. Sorry, hard to get the headlight and the camera lined up right. I'll try. Yeah. You can see it shooting out the other side. Yeah. There we go. So that gives you an idea just how much fluid those thermosiphon coils can actually move. Pretty impressive, no? Anyway, that concludes the thermosiphon tour, along with the new thermal mass, which is making a huge difference in temperature stability in here, I have to say. And I think this probably is the last video for 2016. So for those of you who've stuck by and watched the YouTube channel, thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you in 2017.